Hi there. I hope you've been enjoying your awakening your inner wisdom. And this week is all about purity. So I think when many of us think about purity, we think about being clean, or sometimes a monk or a nun is very pure. They take a vow of purity. But purity really means a lot more than that. And I think for the layperson, we can really kind of dissect it down and really come to realize it's not just about taking a vow to never have intercourse again, and living in an ashram or into a commune or something like that, where that doesn't have to be the reality of purity. Purity is really body, mind, and spirit. And so if we think about our body, purity is about being clean, wearing clean clothes, taking a shower, making sure we have clean hair, brushing our teeth. And although these things may seem mundane, there is definitely a reverence to them. And I think many of us can equate when we have a nice outfit on, when we take a shower, when we wash our hair, we just feel better. And so there's a sense of pride, and I mean good pride, in being clean. We have a yogic word for that, and it's saucha. And so purity is this idea of not just being pure inside, but being pure in action as well, and taking pride in that. And so the next thing we want to think about is purity in our thoughts. So we not only are looking to be pure on the outside, it's also about being pure on the inside. So having unclean thoughts, having lustful thoughts, having mean or rude or judgmental thoughts towards other people are not only harming them, but more importantly, they're harming us. And so we can struggle to be pure and to be clean and to live a abundant life when we're dirtying ourselves and kind of murking ourselves down, almost like bogging ourselves down with these thoughts. And so I want you to go through these areas of your life this week, body, mind, spirit, and really start to evaluate where the areas that you may be unclean. The next we can look at is our diet. I think for so many of us, and I fall victim to this once in a while, is what are we eating? We are what we eat. I think there's a lot of truth to that saying. And so are you constantly eating processed food, eating foods with lots of pesticides and chemicals on? The reality is your body has to work so hard to break that food down and to digest that food and to work through those toxins, your kidneys, your liver, all of that has to work so hard. And if we continually bombard our body with impure foods, after a while it's not going to be working the way we want it to. And so you are what you eat. What are you eating? I know for me, when I don't eat healthy foods on a daily basis, I don't get enough protein, I'm not eating vegetables and fruits like I should and drinking enough water, my head isn't as clear, I start to feel lethargic and yucky, and I just don't have as much energy as I want to. And so does your diet need an overhaul? The next thing we can think about is our spirit. And so are we spiritually dirty? Do we need to really kind of do some reflection in our spiritual beliefs and how it is that we're acting on them? And do we need to change that? I think for one thing, and we often maybe overlook this, is what we say and what we do don't match. And so we're not acting in purity when we say we're this godly person or we do these things and we never really do them. And so this is a good time for you to do some self-reflection. I think purity for many of us can be a time in which we can often either get defensive or start to feel kind of sorry for ourselves. And so this week, I want you just to break this down one day at a time, or maybe just take one thing this entire week and focus on it. And if it's going to be making sure that your room is picked up or your house is clean, then I want you to do that. If that's making sure you hit the shower every day, or you take time to really mindfully brush your teeth and floss and take care of that aspect of yourself, I want you to do that. If that's maybe just getting rid of soda, or trying to eat a salad every day, or making sure you get enough protein, or just getting at least 8 cups of water every day. Realistically, it's half our body weight in ounces we need. And water is all about flushing toxins. So do you just need to make sure you get enough water? Is it purity in thought? Do you need to work on some of the thoughts in your head? Is it purity in your belief system? Are things just not matching up? But with purity comes the acknowledgement that we want to change. And with purity, we're able to receive love, we're able to receive joy, we're able to experience life at its fullest because we're not bogged down. We don't have this murky film in front of us where we're constantly trying to focus and we just can't get clear. All right, so this week's all about getting clear, all about getting clean, and all about purifying ourselves. So I know you're going to do the work. I know you're going to show up every single day, and make sure you post your questions in our Facebook group, and I can't wait to hear from you. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours.